In today's video, I will be playing DeadlyRail's rip-offs. Me and my friends came together and chose 3 different rip-offs we could find. Our goal is to make it to the first checkpoint base, then we would all review it and rate it. How good will these rip-offs be? Let's find out. Starting with our first game, DeadlyRail to Canada. Loading into the lobby, the models for the houses look really awesome, and the snowy atmosphere looks fresh. We went ahead into a trio lobby. Loading into the game, we're introduced to some really nice buildings inside of the base. However, first walking into Trading Post, I noticed a bunch of NPCs with a load of game passes, which isn't a very pretty sight to see. We prepared like any other DeadlyRail's match by buying coal and finding some newspaper to barricade the train cabin. Our first house encounter was a furniture store. We killed the zombies and raided the building. Next, we found a second furniture store, but then it turned to nighttime, so I rushed back to the train to drop all my loot. Since it was nighttime, a bunch of zombies started spawning in. 2 zombies got onto the train, which ended killing poor Phoenix. More zombies surrounded our train, including a reindeer. After we killed all the enemies, we were on our way. I decided to stop at a building, which probably wasn't a good idea, but I must say these zombies' animations look incredibly smooth. My friend was getting jumped by a massive reindeer. It got on top of the train and started squishing me into the train, but we managed to kill it. Eventually, we made it to the checkpoint safe and sound. Also, not to mention, this game takes place in Alberta, Canada. After that, we gave the game our ratings, and this is the final result. Feel free to pause. Next up on the list, we got Wild Rails. Loading into the lobby, the graphics look noticeably worse compared to the previous game. Based off this, I was worried about the game, and these worries ended up being true. As we loaded up into the game, we were introduced to some concerningly small buildings. It didn't get better once I turned around and saw our train. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this isn't what a train is supposed to look like, and also, not to mention, you don't even get a sack. Once we got our coal and weapons, we started moving. I accidentally fell off the train, but that's when we discovered we could drive the train backwards. But that probably wasn't a good idea since the train somehow got stuck, so we just decided to travel by foot. We ran into our first building, which looks extremely low quality and had only 2 pieces of newspaper, and since you don't have a sack, you have to fill all your inventory slots with junk. I stumbled across a zombie with some free animation and model, which was extremely easy to kill, but we can't even use zombies as fuel. We eventually made it to the base, and that's when the game decided it was the right time to shove a shotgun game pass in my face. We all firmly agreed that this ripoff sucked, and these were our ratings. Please never play this game at all costs. Now last, and probably least, we got Dead Roads, along with a new guest bard. Loading into the game, we all spawned in with a variety of weapons, like baseball bats and katanas. A cool thing is that there's a sprinting option with an unseen stamina bar, and since it's Dead Roads, instead of a train, we're driving a military truck. Our first encounter was not a building, but rather a zombie camp. My PMD friend decided to treasure a dead zombie to do some stuff to him, which I'm not allowed to explain for personal reasons. A painful part of the trip is that since the truck had no bars, we all fell off multiple times, as well as Bard trolling my friends as the driver. However, one cool thing we figured out is a flying glitch. I managed to do an amazing attempt with this statue face until I messed up and fell down as my statue went flying behind. Shortly after we made it to the base, until PMD found out the game wasn't even finished, but I already left at the time. Overall, most of us agreed this game was pretty solid for how little content it has currently. These were our ratings. Well, that's all we played for part 1 of this series. Overall, DeadlyRail's ripoffs can be very mixed, from smooth, detailed games to downright horrible cash grabs. If this video does well, we might make a part 2. See you later by then.